Hello and welcome to Tucson, Arizona. I am Randy. How y'all doing? So, make a quick video. Sorry, my videos have been coming sparse here and there. I haven't been on a schedule like I wanted to be. Um, Life happens, so it gets real hectic at work. I am a commercial AC guy in Southern Arizona. Work gets crazy sporadically, and sadly I can't control it. And as like a lead, i I'm on all the projects, and right now is the time that people are wanting to crank out projects, and it's been insane. So I haven't had a weekend off. Monday was a holiday for us, and I worked all day, so I haven't exactly had a lot of free time. I've tried to put out a couple of little videos here and there when I've got a few minutes, but generally it's very difficult. And then we've had some personal things happening here in my family, so that's kind of taken the front seat of it's the priority. But it kind of got me thinking. I was going through kind of working on the studio a bit, and my kid was out here helping me do some stuff, and kind of set up the rig and everything, and kind of messing with it, fine tuning some things, double checking audio, everything like that. And I haven't been on my channel in a couple of days. I posted a video earlier this week, and like I set it to post and then went back to dealing with life. So I noticed that I had a couple of comments, and I'm a small channel, and I've 24 subs as of recording, but I value all of my subs. I value every view I get, every comment I get. They all mean something to me. I started this adventure after waiting 15 years just because of fear of what my peers would think, fears of what my strangers on the internet would think. I don't know, which is funny because I'm one of those people that will argue adamantly with random people on the internet. If I think you're wrong, I will argue with you. Um, but you can leave whatever comment you want about me if you don't like my content, if you don't like my face, if you don't like something about the background, whatever it is. Feel free to tell me. The only way I'm going to get better is if people leave comments, and if people tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what they'd like to see. It was really cool seeing comments on my airplane video. I'm a big RC guy. There's a wall of RCs behind me. I've got boxes of RCs off camera. I've got other RCs in the house. So I love RCs. I grew up on RCs. A lot of fun. Everyone in the house has RCs. We all love them. It's a family thing. We've got RC boats. Um, but I got into airplanes. It's something my dad had for a little while when I was a kid. He had the planes for a long time, but he only flew them for a little while. So I got him one for Christmas just because we talk a lot about it. And I wanted to see him do the thing he's always wanted to do. And then, watching him got me super stoked. And I was already kind of talking about it and thinking about it. So I finally bought myself one. I have crashed it a lot. It has been in a few trees in my neighborhood. But it was really cool seeing comments and seeing new people commenting on my stuff. And I value that. It means something to me. When I set out to do this, my primary goal was to hang out with my friends because I live such a hectic life, as I'm sure most people do. I'm not saying anything I say is unique to me, but I mean, life gets crazy, work gets crazy, priorities are priorities. So your friends kind of fall off and you start to miss your friends. So I started doing this as a reason to get friends to come over and hang out. And I think we've done a lot of really fun, interesting, entertaining, crazy things, my group of friends. And I thought it'd be fun to share some of those stories. And then from that, there are days where I'm a very opinionated person. And sometimes it's nice to just come out here. I've got a ton of videos that'll probably never see the light of day that are me solving the world's problems or venting or whatever stuff guys already do. I mean, I'm in my shop, so this is kind of my place to go and kind of vent about my day anyway. But this time, it's, even though I'm still talking to myself, I'm talking to somebody else. You know what I mean? So, but I've met some cool people on here, and it's been a lot of fun to do, and I really want to be cranking out more, and I really want to put out something that people want to see and people want to listen to. Um, so please feel free to leave comments about anything. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm a big boy. I've been in construction since I was 15. I've heard it all, man. But if you've got something fun to talk about, like, let's talk about it. I will comment back, and I apologize to anyone that is getting a super late reply. It sucks, and I certainly would like to be better at being on top of this and moving forward. Hopefully, everything's kind of calmed down in my life, so hopefully I can be on top of this a little better, because I definitely enjoy the interactions. So please keep firing off comments. I really want to grow this year. I've really made it my mission to grow. I mean, I went from hovering right around 11 subs to 24, just through some of the marketing stuff I'm doing on the side, some of the stuff I'm trying to push for. I've no, I'm a realist. I don't think I'm ever going to like get rich and be able to retire doing this, but I do enjoy doing it, and I would love to continue to grow and continue to reach people. I've started back into doing a little bit of Bible study stuff. I know if that's not your thing, I respect that. I'm not trying to force my view of reality on anybody else. Um, I don't have I'm a non-denominational Christian. I only study the Bible. I don't study anything else outside of it. If you're interested in that, I'm trying to put out a little bit more of that, mostly just in stuff that I'm already looking at, stuff that relates to my life, and stuff that I think other people could get something from. Whether you're a Christian or not, there are teachings in the book that could definitely help people's lives. How you apply it to yourself, whether it be through a Christian walk or just a person who hears something and can get something from it, I would love that. And if you want to talk about it, I'm here. Um, I started kind of getting into some things, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I'm an introspective person by nature. I like studying things. I like figuring out why things work, including why I do things the way I do. And lately, my youngest son and I have been having some pretty deep conversations, albeit sometimes heated, because he's 17. He's very much like me, and we view things very much the same in a lot of ways and then differently in other ways. So we've had some pretty interesting conversations. So I've been reflecting a lot as a parent and as a person, and I'm an aggressive person. I'm not proud of it. I'm just stating a fact. This is not me bragging. My son pointed some of these things out to me in a unique and interesting way. So it's been kind of fun. And my best friend, who is supposed to be my weekly co-host, who has two little kids of his own, so he's been busy the last couple of weeks. So sorry, our Sunday videos haven't been getting cranked out. He's supposed to be here this Sunday, and moving forward, hopefully without issues, he'll be here every Sunday again. We did the Pokemon stuff while I was on vacation this winter as like kind of a one-off just to have fun. And if you watch those videos, you know it's because he's trying to do a side hustle selling Pokemon cards. So I kind of do a little bit of everything. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, I want to hang out and have fun conversation, do fun things. Like, I don't have a set topic. Pretty soon there's going to be some Second Amendment stuff coming on because I'm real big into 2A. I got some videos in the works for that. It's all about having time to go do range day. I mean, I've got rounds setting here. I just moved a ton of other stuff off the table. So I got a lot of fun things in the pipeline that should be coming out here in the coming weeks. So please hang out. Again, if you comment, I will reply to you. I apologize for my lack of speediness, because I get in the mix with like political conversation and things like that online. I don't use this account to do that, so I'm not always on this account in my day-to-day. I'm trying to keep this business separate from some of the other things, and I don't need people coming onto this channel getting attacked for a conversation I might have with someone else about the Second Amendment or our freedom of speech or our freedoms. I'm very much a small L libertarian. I'm all about personal freedom. Um, how you live your life is your business. I don't harm children. Like, those people deserve bad things. But otherwise, gay, straight, black, white, hey man, you are who you are. You live your life the way you want to live it. And if you enjoy this content, please keep coming and hanging out. We're allowed to disagree. We're allowed to be different. Um, but all of this being said, I also started doing this for my own peace of mind and something to kind of channel, um, like mentally channel some of the things I've got going on with me on a day to day, because this is generally fun for me. And if I'm having a bad day, if I'm having a down day, if I'm in my own head, it's fun to come out here. And even if I don't ever post the video, like I said, I've got hours and hours and hours of me just talking to myself, talking to a camera. Um, there's a lot to be said for taking care of your own mental health. Like, I'm in a great place in life. I'm great, but I've got family members with mental health issues, we'll say. So we've kind of been dealing with some of that with some family members. It's very important that you look after your family. This is, again, my personal view. If you differ from that, to each their own. But for me, family, God, family. Like, my family is my everything. My family always comes first. I will walk off a job site if I need to because my family members need something from me. So, family's first. You got to take care of your family, and that's what we've been doing here. So sadly, my missus hasn't been able to do Bible study with me to do videos for that. We started that, and then things kind of started escalating. Um, but whatever you need to do for you to have a moment to just let the stress of your day kind of come down, or if you're bipolar or whatever the instance may be. um, it's been interesting the last, like, I don't know, 6-7 years. People have been talking more openly on the internet about mental health. It Mr. Ballin, one of the biggest dudes out there. I'm a big fan, and I have been since early 2020. I was definitely there before a million views, a million subs. I mean, he pretty quickly started talking about it, and lately he's been talking about it more and more as he's been on with like Sean Ryan and a few other people. Um, so several years back, I started realizing that I wasn't quite at my peak, and started going, and I got blood work done and found out I got low T and got on TRT. The more research I've done, and I'm very open about it and have been since day one. Like, the day I found out about it, I've now got several friends that I convinced to go get blood work done and are now on TRT as well. It's something has happened over the generations that men are dropping off their T a whole lot younger than previous generations. It's important you do that because it's so detrimental to your health. If you've got really low T as a man, your sleep's going to be terrible, your mood's going to be terrible, you're going to be fatigued all the time. For me, it was brain fog. I've got a really sharp memory. Like, it's kind of a steel trap. It's kind of a running joke in my family and my friend circle. I can remember the most insane things. Well, I started noticing that was falling off. And complex tasks, I'm normally really good. I'm one of those people that, if you need me to do a complex task, say you're wiring and programming a lot of different equipment, which is what, part of my job. Um, Used to just take a few minutes to sit down, kind of briefly describe to me what I need to do, kind of show me the components, how, and then the brief overview, and I could just run with it. And I started realizing that I was having a harder time contemplating those instructions. So I knew something was off. I just didn't know what. But being on TRT, man, like, my day to day is so much better than it's ever been. And I mean, like I said, I've been doing this almost 8 years now. So this is kind of old hat, but this is the first time I've really talked about it on here. Um, your your mental acuity and your sleep habits and your ability to continue to work an 8 hour day, let alone 10, 12, 14 hour day, depending on what job you do. Um, I was an industrial, or I was a commercial rather. I was a commercial electrician for a while, and I was working doubles for like 4 months to get a building built. It was building a high rise down at the University of Arizona. And I'd be all day on one crew, like a pulling crew or a pipe crew, or a fitting crew, and then at night I was on the one line. So that's the one line is all of your bus duct. That's the main power for the entire building. So when you put up a big skyscraper, you're running temp power for the whole property, and then you start landing your bus duct. And it's only a few guys on that crew. It's very methodical, and it's a lot of communication. So I'd work an 8 hour shift, go home, rack for a few hours, grab a bite to eat, come right back, work another 8 or so at night, and then just roll into the morning. I was solid at that in my 20s. As I started getting into my 30s, I couldn't do that no more. Like by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, I'm dying. Like half the time I fall asleep on the couch at 9. So getting on TRT, all of that is like almost immediately fixed. Your sleep is way better. You wake up just spring in your step, ready to just tackle the day. So if you find yourself feeling sluggish, feeling lethargic, feeling down, feeling blue, and you never have before, all the men out there, go get blood work done. Um, Talk to friends if you're having, some stuff going on. Find somebody to talk to. Whatever it is that helps you. I mean, RCs help me. Talking to my wife helps me. I mean, a lot of things help me when I'm having a bad day. Whatever it is, like definitely help yourself. Like whatever it's going to take to help you. I mean, within reason, obviously. Um, but if you can help it, don't turn to drink, because that's just going to, and I do drink. So like I'm a Christian, not a saint, but drinking every day is just going to compound those problems for you. It's going to make your sleep even worse. It's going to make your health even worse. It's going to make your mental faculties even worse. So just try to live healthy, man. Try to lift some weights, try to get, a good amount of time of sleep every night, stuff like that. So that's kind of some of the stuff that's been happening here at the Tucson compound, just looking out for family and working. Um, Again, thank you everyone who checks out even 2 minutes of one of my videos. I really need to get better at putting this at the front of a video and not at the end of a video. But please hit that thumbs up, follow, all the things that everyone has been saying for 15 years. Tell your buddies about it. If you see something, you like something, just tell me what you like. Hell, tell me what you don't like. Tell me whatever can be fixed. I'm always looking for input, man. Whatever it takes, you know, I will do what I can within my abilities. I can't change my face. Sorry, guys. But whatever I can do to try to make this channel grow, I'm certainly going to be trying to do it. I've already talked to a few other channels. We might be doing some cross channel stuff. I'm a caveman, so it's taken a little while for me to figure out some of the tech. If you watch some of my earlier videos, you know that I've struggled with camera stuff, yeah, everything, audio. Like I've had to learn everything the hard way. I was not clued into how any of this works. I just started buying equipment and figuring it out, and that made life hard. Like being a caveman who's not real big on tech outside of video games occasionally, this is going to be a rough road for you if you start a channel. I've actually done like an all in depth video on the steps it took to get here and the equipment I went through and the equipment I have, and I've never posted the video because I didn't really. I feel like it could be done better. Sorry, this one's not very upbeat. It's like midnight here right now at time of filming. But I just finished kind of putting my studio back together after a bunch of stuff that had to happen, and noticed comments from a couple weeks ago, and I feel like a total dick for making you hang without a response. So I apologize. I will do my best to do better and be a more responsive person. It's the least I can do. You're taking time out of your day to watch my videos and leave a comment. The least I can do is try to be responsive in a timely manner. So moving forward, I'll do better. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking this out. If you've made it all the way through, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. But yeah, moving forward, there's going to be kind of a mishmash of different content coming out because, like I said, my channel is not dedicated to one thing. I am too interested in too many things to only do one topic. But if you like RCs, there's going to be a lot more of those coming out. If you like the Second Amendment, there's going to be a lot of that stuff coming out. If you like talking about like parenting and crazy stories about misspent youth, those will be coming out more and more as well. So again, I know this is just kind of a thrown together video of me just kind of rambling, but I feel bad for not cranking out content fast enough and not responding. So to those of you out there that I've been late to, I apologize. Keep checking it out, man. Keep coming back. Hopefully this is just going to get better and better content as the year progresses. I'm also looking into, I'm going to be buying a 3D printer next week. So pretty soon there's going to be some 3D print stuff. I'm going to struggle my way through that, but I've got some friends that are really good at it that own several, and they actually have businesses. So I'm doing it for fun because God knows I don't have enough hobbies as it is, but that's going to be coming out down the pipeline here pretty soon. Hopefully get some of my buddies in here to start telling some of their fun stories. So it's not just me, and it's not just me and Nick. Try to get a varied cast kind of thrown together. But again, it all comes down to scheduling and when people aren't hectic with their own families and their own lives. Let's see what else. I feel like there was something else I was going to throw in. But yeah, there's going to be a nice litany of different content coming out here pretty quick. I've got a few videos kind of in the pipeline, and a few more that have been blocked out. Now it's just a matter of getting to the locations or getting the people or whatever. So yeah, that's a year of growth is what I'd like to see, and a year of good content for you to maybe make your day a little better or help you not feel so alone if you're working alone on a rooftop like I do all day, because this is all I listen to all day is different YouTube channels. So again, thanks for hanging out. Thumbs up, subscribe, share, do all the things, por favor. So from Tucson, Arizona, I'm Randy. Peace.